লাগছে ভাই? He said that we are liberated after 15 years. Uh, they are saying that it's the property of the people of Bangladesh, not regime's property, not a dictator's property. So that's all I have. If you can spare me some time, I can interact with some people. Bhai, how are you feeling right now? কেমন লাগছে? Victory. It's a victory for our country. It will be a smooth country for us and better life we will achieve. Thank you so much. So yes, as you can see that over there, that's what I have from house from Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's house.
Mr. Ibrahim Mojid, all right, thank you so much for joining us, getting a look at what's taking place in the capital, Dhaka itself. We're going to be crossing over to my colleague Samia, who joins us and is going to be bringing us more. Samia, such a big development when we're talking about the Bangladesh government, Sheikh Hasina fleeing, reportedly landing in India at this point. Confirmation is still awaited, but over to you for the latest.
Well, absolutely, Aisha. The protest has been raging on since 15th July, but the last 24 hours has been crucial as the violent protest has only gotten escalated. And the last 2 hours has seen some dramatic events taking place in Bangladesh, where the Chief Minister, Sheikh Hasina, was seen taking off and fleeing the country in an army chopper, following which the Army Chief of Staff, General Waqar Zaman, had addressed the nation, maintaining that there is going to be an interim government that will take shape. And the decision was arrived upon after top leaders for the political parties of Bangladesh were taken into confidence. Here on, the only procedure is going to be that they are going to approach the President of Bangladesh to seek his assent, and then there is going to be an interim government. This may take more than 1 day for the interim government to take shape, but an appeal has been put forth by the Chief of Army Staff from his end to ask the people to try and not resort to violent protests, to not carry out vandalism and arson, as it's been witnessed as the Chief Minister's, I beg your pardon, the Prime Minister's palace was stormed by the protesting students. They're, of course, outraged over the quota system that was being introduced by the Sheikh Hasina's government, and that was the basic crux of the entire protest. Remember, the Supreme Court of Bangladesh had also intervened and urged upon the government that the 30% quota for the war veterans' families should be brought down. But the students have been demanding that it should be abolished in entirety. We have to wait and see whether at all Sheikh Hasina is going to land in India or not. Speculations are rife about the fact that she could land either in Agartala, in Tripura, or in West Bengal. However, there is no official confirmation from the Indian government's end, from the Indian authorities' end. It remains to be seen where exactly is the Bangladesh former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is now headed to, because she has resigned from her post owing to massive chorus that was growing against her resignation. This is a day when the protesting students and the people at large are terming it to be a day of a second independence from Sheikh Hasina's government. Clearly, they were unhappy with the way she functioned, but the army chief over here has asked the people to repose their faith in the army and has taken full responsibility to ensure that law and order and peace is going to be restored in the country.
All right, Samia, I'm going to request that you stay with us. We're getting some breaking news coming in at this point. It is in Afghanistan rerun in Bangladesh. Protesters have stormed the PM Hasina's palace. Remember, she has resigned at this point and has fled the country. The army has taken over in Bangladesh until an interim government is formed. As my colleague Samia was saying, it could take another day for that to happen. First, they're going to be approaching the president. They are going to be making an appeal to form the government. Then you'll have an interim government that is going to be formed. But again, this is a redux of Afghanistan in Bangladesh itself, where you can see on your screens right now visuals of the protesters who are furious with the Hasina government storming Hasina's palace. We're crossing back over to my colleague Samia to get us more on this. Samia, it is complete chaos. You know, protesters are storming the PM Hasina's palace. She has, of course, resigned, has fled Dhaka at this point. Still, questions are about where she is at this point. But this is the big focus right now, where protesters have stormed PM Hasina's palace.
Well, absolutely. We saw it happen in Bangladesh. It's pretty much the rerun of that, where the people at large, when they carry out mass agitation, when they take to streaming in Sri Lanka very recently, not too far away from Bangladesh, it's against the government in power. Well, clearly, then the writing is on the wall. And that is exactly what we saw being witnessed in Bangladesh as well, where Sheikh Hasina was compelled to flee the country. We do not really know about her whereabouts right now. There are speculations are rife about the fact that she could either land in West Bengal or in Tripura. A final confirmation is awaited. But in the meanwhile, the Indian authorities have asked their citizens to be careful about traveling to Bangladesh. They have urged them not to travel to Bangladesh. The BSF has also put their team, their troops on alert, especially bordering areas between Bangladesh and West Bengal. It remains to be seen whether at all there's going to be an official statement issued by the Indian authorities over the situation brewing in the neighboring country. But clearly the pictures these are telling pictures about how agitated and angry protesters stormed and marched into the Prime Minister's palace. And in a sense, you can see those visuals on your screen where they climb atop Mujibur Rahman's statue. He is the founder of Bangladesh, and you see how the statue is being vandalized. That itself says how agitated and angry were these students, and they did not want to take some words of just complacency on the part of the Hasina government. They wanted Hasina government to go, and that is pretty much what has happened over there. An interim government will take shape. When that is going to happen, we have to wait and see. The army has assured that they have the back of the students. Their demands are going to be heard. They are going to pay heed to what exactly they want, and they have also assured that the demands are going to be met. It's only a matter of time whether at all the army chief will be able to get together a panel of protesting students to carry out a dialogue with them, because he has promised them that there is going to be a dialogue process by which they're going to approach this issue when it comes to jobs and quotas are concerned. But he's requesting the students not to resort to violence, because lives have been lost, over 300 lives lost, and over 100 lives have been lost only in the last 24 hours. Back to you, Aisha.
Absolutely. Samia, thank you so much for joining us, bringing us those very important details. Once again, the visuals on your screens are about a Sri Lanka rerun in Bangladesh itself, with protesters storming the palace of the Prime Minister there. Now, we will continue to track. All right, let's listen into the Army Chief.
আমি সমস্ত রাজনৈতিক দলের নেতৃবৃন্দকে এখানে আমন্ত্রণ করেছিলাম। ওনারা এখানে এসেছেন। আমরা একটা সুন্দর আলোচনা করেছি। সেখানে আমরা সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছি যে একটা ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্ট আমরা ফর্ম করব, এবং ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্টের মাধ্যমে এদেশের সমস্ত কার্যকলাপ চলবে। আমরা এখন মহামান্য রাষ্ট্রপতির কাছে যাব, যে এই ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্ট ফর্মের ব্যাপারে ওনার সাথে আলাপ আলোচনা করে আমরা একটা ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্ট ফর্ম করে দেশ পরিচালনা করব। আপনারা সেনাবাহিনীর প্রতি আস্থা রাখেন, সশস্ত্র বাহিনীর প্রতি আস্থা রাখেন। আমি সমস্ত দায়িত্ব নিচ্ছি। আপনাদের জানমাল এবং আপনাদেরকে আমি কথা দিচ্ছি যে আপনারা আশাহত হবেন না। ইনশাআল্লাহ আপনাদের যত দাবি আছে সেই দাবিগুলো আমরা পূরণ করব।
Right now was the Chief of Army Staff, General Waqar Zaman, who is maintaining that a short while ago they held a meeting with the top leaders of all the political parties of Bangladesh, and they have arrived at a decision to form an interim government. An interim government will take shape here on. They are going to approach the President of Bangladesh to seek his assent, and then they are going to put an interim government in place that is going to look at the working and run Bangladesh until there is another election that may take place. He also urges the people to have faith in the army. He says that he personally is taking responsibility, but also urges the protesting student to maintain peace and order and not resort to violence, as several lives have been lost.
We have been obviously observing the developments, not now, but over the past month or two. And developments, of course, have been very dramatic over the last few days. I think the pressure and the intensity of the public, I would say, level of protests and demonstrations have really forced the hand of the Prime Minister and the government. And I think, as you say, Prime Minister has left the country, and there is obviously going to be a period of martial law under the army.